All right, let's get into the differences between WordPress.com and WordPress.org and why you should care. So it's kind of like borrowing a car versus owning a car. WordPress.com is the car you can borrow, so it's not yours and you're responsible for whatever happens to it. It can also be taken away from you at any time. The .org is more of a tool where, like He-Man, you have the power. You get to build everything, and because you get to build everything, you get to own it all. So let's go a little bit more into the differences between the two, starting with the .com. The .com is free forever unless you decide to upgrade. And honestly, the free version, it's more for kind of a hobby blogger, people who write about the weird ideas I thought of in the shower or ones sharing their opinions on everything. So if you're willing to invest some money in your blog, definitely use one of the small business plans. They're for business owners and professionals, so if you're trying to grow your outreach in your site, that's the best option. Let's go into some of the pros and cons. So the pros for the .com is that it's free to set up. It's user-friendly. You don't need to know anything about coding or design. It's very template organized. There's dozens of themes you can switch between without losing content, so at least you have some choice in how it looks. There's a free domain name, but there's a string attached to that one, which you'll find out about in a minute. And there's a plugin called the Jetpack Essential Features, which helps with the SEO, search engine optimization, site statistics, how well it's doing, anti-spam. Overall, not too bad. Let's go into the cons. There's very limited functionality. No plugins, can't do custom themes. There's limits on how much storage space you can have. It doesn't look as professional. Just like it says, the domain name string attachment, the URL is going to have WordPress in it, so that just makes it look less professional. The themes are pretty basic. It's not very creative or fun. It's just kind of informational, so it just doesn't look like you put a lot of time and effort into it, which makes it look less professional. And you don't own anything, so if WordPress decided to shut you down, you'd be shut down. The WordPress also shows its brands and ads on your site, which again contributes to the less professional looking part. So let's go into the .org version real quick. It's more of a tool. You build it, it's all yours. Yeah, you have a lot of freedom, but if that's too much for you, which it can be, then start with the free version, the .com part, and upgrade from there. So the pros and cons. It's also user-friendly. Well, you have to know a little bit about coding and design, but it's pretty easy to learn and pick up on. But you're in full control and you have a ton of customizable options you can choose from. And you can access hundreds, not dozens, hundreds of free themes and plugins. And there are some paid ones as well. You can have search engine friendly options, which is a very nice touch, and you own everything, including the domain name. So that means there's no .wordpress in the URL. So you may need some technical knowledge, but you don't need to have graduated with a computer engineering degree, which is very nice. You pay for the best. You're paying for the web hosting, the domain name, so it does cost more, but in the long run, it's definitely worth it. You get what you pay for, right? And another con is that you're responsible for maintaining it. So any kind of optimization or having backups of the site, etc., all that's on you. But as it says right here, this is more of a freedom versus ease thing. The free version is nice, it's simple, it's easy, but it's very basic. It's not the best. You can really do better, especially if you own a business. The ease part, well, it's not very easy, but hard work pays off in the end. So, in other words, if you're really trying to take off, but you don't know how, start with the .com, get a paid version, see how you like it, learn a bit more, and then try and transition over to the .org. With the .org, there's more options, which means that you can do a lot more customization and help make this website fully represent your business. So just work your way up to that .org.
Thanks for checking this out. We love it when you make it all the way through because usually the goodies are at the end. If you want more of this stuff, hit subscribe. whether it's up top or down below. It depends on what platform you're on, but do us a favor, subscribe to us, because we're constantly pushing out free information that you can take back and implement immediately into your company, or at least know a little bit more about the internet. So, hope you loved it. Hit subscribe. See you next time.